There's a reason your fuel bill keeps climbing, and it's not just rising gas prices. Drivers across the U.S. lose billions every year because of small tricks and quiet secrets happening right at the pump, most of which gas stations will never mention. Today on NextGen Wheels, we're exposing 15 gas-saving tips you should start using right now. And secret number 5 alone can save some Americans $800 to $200 a year with zero extra effort. So buckle up, because what you're about to learn will change the way you fill up starting today. Secret number 15, the pump speed trick. Super easy, instant results. Most drivers walk up to the pump, squeeze the handle all the way and get it over with. Fast, convenient, done, right? Not quite. When you pump at maximum speed, the fuel rushing through the nozzle creates aeration. Tiny vapor pockets that the pump still charges you for even though they never end up in your tank. Here's the part gas stations don't highlight. Gas pumps measure flow, not actual usable fuel mass. So when vapor gets mixed in, the meter counts it as fuel. In states with older pumps or hotter weather, fast pumping can reduce the real fuel delivered by 26%. That's basically losing a full tank every year without knowing it. But when you slow the pump to the first or second click, the fuel flows cooler and denser, vapor pockets shrink, meter accuracy improves. You get more real fuel for the same money. And the crazy part? This adds just 20-30 seconds to your fill-up. Fast pumps mean faster turnover, which stations love, but your wallet doesn't. Secret number 14, the premium fuel trap, one of America's biggest money wasters. Across the U.S., millions of drivers buy premium fuel because it sounds better, stronger, cleaner, more powerful. But unless your vehicle requires premium, you're basically burning money. Octane doesn't mean better quality. It only measures knock resistance, not power, not engine cleanliness, not MPG. A found that over 16 million Americans buy premium for cars that don't need it, wasting over $2 billion every year. Using premium in a regular engine doesn't boost horsepower, doesn't increase mileage, doesn't make the engine cleaner. In fact, combustion can slow slightly, making your engine run less efficiently. The rule is simple. If your manual doesn't require premium, don't use it. And that's just the beginning. Because secret number 13 is something almost no driver knows, and it kicks in before the fuel even reaches your tank. Secret number 13, the fuel delivery truck trap. Avoid this every time. If you ever pull into a gas station and see a huge tanker truck unloading fuel, don't stop. Just drive away. Most drivers have no idea what's happening underground when those trucks refill the station's tanks. Large storage tanks sit below the ground for years. Over time, the bottom fills with rust, dirt, sediment, ethanol residue, tiny metal flakes. When the delivery truck pumps in thousands of gallons of new fuel, it violently stirs up all that debris, sending it into circulation. Petroleum engineers estimate that sediment levels can spike by 300–400% during and after refilling. And if you fill up during that window, that dirty mixture goes straight into your tank. Contaminated fuel leads to lower MPG, rougher combustion, richer fuel mixtures, stress on injectors, premature fuel pump wear. Older cars suffer the worst, but even modern engines lose efficiency. Gas stations won't warn you. Long lines mean money, but you can protect yourself with one simple rule. If the tanker truck is there, you shouldn't be. Secret number 12, the morning fuel myth. Good story, bad science. You've probably heard the classic tip. Fill up early in the morning. Cooler fuel gives you more for your money. Sounds smart. Unfortunately, and it's almost completely false. Modern U.S. gas stations store fuel 10 feet underground, where temperatures stay stable all year, morning, noon, and night. Underground tanks fluctuate by just 1 to 3 degrees, which isn't enough to change the amount of fuel you get per gallon. So no, morning fill-ups don't magically give you more gas. But here's the part gas stations stay quiet about. Seasonal fuel blends do affect your mileage. Summer blend has more energy per gallon. Winter blend has less energy and burns faster. That's why drivers in states like Michigan, Wisconsin, Colorado, and New York see MPG jump in spring, then mysteriously drop in winter. It's not your car. It's the fuel formula. Secret number 11. The pump calibration trap happens more than you think. Gas pumps don't stay accurate forever. Meters drift, hoses wear down, and valves loosen. And here's the uncomfortable truth. A pump can be legally inaccurate and still stay in service. State inspectors regularly find pumps that short customers by sometimes even a full cup per gallon. Older stations and low-traffic rural stations are the worst offenders. Here's how you protect yourself in seconds. Avoid pumps with faded or expired inspection stickers. Avoid pumps that look old, dirty, or poorly maintained. Choose pumps closest to the store. They're usually serviced more often. You'd be shocked how much fuel you save by picking the right pump. 10. The hidden air filter connection. Small part, big MPG difference. Ask most drivers about fuel economy, and they'll mention additives, tire pressure, or driving speed. Almost nobody mentions the air filter, and that's exactly why gas stations never bring it up. A clogged air filter restricts airflow, forcing your engine to burn more fuel just to maintain normal power. According to the U.S. Department of Energy, a severely dirty filter can drop fuel economy by up to 10%, especially in older cars that aren't equipped with advanced airflow compensation. The problem is simple. Most Americans go 20,000, 30,000 miles without checking the filter, even though dust, pollen, and road debris build up much faster. Here's the easy fix. Pull the filter out. Hold it up to the sun. If you can't see light passing through, replace it. A clean filter gives immediate MPG improvements and reduces stress on spark plugs, O2 sensors, and the catalytic converter. Secret number 9, the tire pressure truth. Instant MPG boost. If you want a fast, completely free way to save fuel, start with your tires. Underinflated tires increase rolling resistance, forcing your engine to work harder and burn more fuel. The NHTSA found that only 19% of U.S. drivers keep their tires properly inflated, and underinflation can drop MPG by up to 3%. But here's the real secret. The PSI on your door frame isn't designed for maximum fuel efficiency. It's designed for a full load of people and cargo. Most drivers commute alone or with one passenger, meaning you can safely run a few PSI higher, within the manufacturer's allowed range, and reduce rolling resistance. That alone improves fuel economy, tire life, and handling. Check your tire pressure monthly and especially when temperatures swing, because PSI changes about 1 pound for every 10 degrees. Secret number 8. The short trip fuel killer destroys mileage fast. Short trips are one of the most overlooked MPG killers in America. Here's why. Your engine is least efficient when cold, until it reaches operating temperature, around 190–220 degrees. The ECU dumps extra fuel to keep it running smoothly. According to the EPA, frequent short trips can increase fuel consumption by up to 30%, especially in colder states like Minnesota, Wisconsin, or Maine. To reduce cold start fuel burn, combine errands. Plan routes to avoid repetitive warm-ups. Avoid unnecessary 1 to 3 mile trips. Every warm start saves money. Secret number 7. The hidden weight penalty. You're hauling more than you think. Most Americans unknowingly carry around 150 pounds of junk in their vehicles. Old tools, sports gear, boxes, work materials, baby strollers, it all adds up. Even worse, roof racks and empty cargo boxes can reduce MPG by 10–15% because of added drag. The fix is simple. Clean the trunk. Remove unused accessories. Take off roof racks when not in use. A lighter car needs less fuel, and the savings add up fast. Secret number 6. The wrong oil viscosity trap. Hurts MPG more than you think. Most drivers think all motor oil is the same, but the viscosity you choose has a major impact on fuel economy. If the oil in your engine is too thick, it increases internal friction. Your crankshaft, bearings, and camshafts must push through extra resistance, forcing the engine to burn more fuel just to run normally. Independent lab tests show that using thicker than recommended oil can reduce MPG by 2 to 5%, and even more in cold weather when thick oil takes longer to circulate. But going too thin is dangerous too. The protective film can break down under heat or load. The solution is easy. Always use the manufacturer-recommended viscosity. If you live in extremely hot or cold states, pick the viscosity listed for your climate. Don't experiment. Stick to what your engine was designed for. The right oil frees up power, improves MPG, and keeps your engine healthy. Secret number 5. The gas cap leak. A $10 problem that costs you hundreds. Most drivers barely think about the gas cap, yet it's responsible for millions of MPG-related issues every year. A loose, cracked, or worn gas cap lets vapors escape, forcing your evap system to correct the pressure by richening the fuel mixture. Even a minor leak can drop fuel economy by 2–3%. In the US, millions of check fuel cap and evap leak warnings are triggered every year, and many come down to a simple worn-out gasket. Fix? Tighten until it clicks. Replace old caps, they cost under $10. Don't ignore evap warnings. One of the cheapest MPG fixes you'll ever make. Secret number 4. The AC versus Windows MPG battle. Use the right one. You've heard it for years, turn off the AC to save fuel. But the truth is more balanced. Here's the real rule. Use AC at highway speeds. Windows down at 65–75 mph create huge aerodynamic drag, costing you 8–15% MPG depending on your vehicle. Use Windows at low speeds. In city driving or neighborhoods, AC can reduce fuel economy by up to 10%. Because the compressor loads the engine. Gas stations never explain this because confused drivers burn more fuel overall. Use the right one at the right time. It makes a big difference. Secret number 3. Sensor sabotage. Your MPG drops without warning. Modern engines rely on precise sensor readings. When those sensors drift or fail, your engine compensates by dumping extra fuel. A lazy oxygen sensor can reduce MPG by 15–20%, often without triggering a check engine light right away. A dirty MAF sensor can send incorrect airflow readings, causing rich fuel trims. The fix is simple. Clean the MAF sensor every 6 to 12 months. Replace weak O2 sensors. Watch for slow, gradual MPG drops. Small sensors make a big difference. Secret number 2. The idling trap. Quietly burns your money. Idling feels harmless. Waiting in a parking lot, warming up, or sitting at a long pickup line. But a typical engine burns 0.3–0.6 gallons per hour while idling. Just 10 minutes a day can waste over 30 gallons a year with 0 miles driven. The real rule: if you're stopping for more than 30 seconds, it's more efficient to shut the engine off. Modern engines warm up best by driving gently, not idling. Delivery drivers, rideshare drivers, and city commuters lose hundreds of dollars a year to unnecessary idling. Secret number 1. The speed sweet spot. The biggest MPG killer. Every car has a speed where fuel efficiency peaks, usually 45–60 mph. Once you climb above that range, aerodynamic drag skyrockets. At 70 mph, MPG drops by up to 15%. At 80 mph, drops by 25% or more. It's not the engine's fault, it's pure physics. Even fuel-efficient cars suffer once drag multiplies. Driving just 5–10 mph slower on the highway can save entire gallons over long trips. Gas stations will never say that for obvious reasons. And there you have it. 15 gas-saving tips you should start using right now. If even one of these secrets helped you, imagine how much you'll save when you use all of them together. You're watching NextGen Wheels, where we cut through the myths and bring real money-saving truth to drivers across the US. Before you go, hit like if you learned something new, comment which secret surprised you the most, and subscribe so you never miss another real-world car guide. Want even more